everybody. Oh, are we having more people? Yay! Wasn't sure.
Okay.
Hi. Wait, do we have everybody?
More.
Is that everybody? Okay. Well, I'm a little bit unprepared, so this was last minute. But I just want to say thank you everybody for attending PyLadies Con, the first ever PyLadies conference, and I really want to take a little bit of time. I promise I will try to make it short. Just want to acknowledge everybody who's done a lot of hard work the past 6 months to bring the first ever Global PyLadies conference to fruition. And I think some of you may not realize this. We had there was a first idea of PyLadies conference in 2017, did not happen. Again, one more time, another group of people said, let's do a PyLadies conference in 2018, 2019. That did not happen. So when Danny talked to me at PyCon US 2023 this year saying, let's do a PyLadies conference, global, truly global PyLadies conference, I was really excited. So I'm really proud to see you all pull this together. This really means a lot to the whole PyLadies community, and I know like the organizers team here. Not only you run PyLadies Conf, you have day job, you have family. You actually run other conference too. I know you did the Python pizza, chili, latam in between. Um, and a lot of you have done lots of. You really spend a lot of time on this. I just want to make sure we show our appreciation to you. And I also want to mention there are other people who weren't able to join. I know Vicky Tumele, she's also been involved with PyLadies Con. She's just unable to join today. Also, Chuk Ting Ho, she's also been really great help for us. Yes, and definitely, Martin, I know you, Martin, Christian, Maria Jose, Danny, you all, especially I know those in the European, like Martin, Maria Jose, and Christian, and
Mm.
Elka. I know you all woke up since 6 a.m. or 5 a.m. UTC, and now it's like midnight UTC. So I really appreciate all your hard work for this. Um, Maybe I'll pass it to Danny now.
Okay. What I'm gonna say is repost to everything Mariata said. Yeah. I just want to let you know that I, the whole people in this screen, there are still missing people that were uh, behind this, and it was a great job too from the Global Council, PyLadies Global Council. I really like that panel they bring to us. They were helping us on some things that we need to know around the PyLadies community to get this conference better. Thank you, Tanya. Even here is Jessica, and who else are I missing someone? But let's not start naming people because of maybe I will be missing someone. But at the end, you can check the great introduction that we had for the conference. We had pretty good slides that Marietta prepared. And thank you so much, special thank you, Georgie, because of all those designs. Thank you, Naomi, here because of, yeah, great job about the sponsorship. Christian behind the website, Elka through the outreach social media. Just great job, Elka. And Martin. Okay, Martin behind the scene around the tech check with everybody and the tech check infra with Georgie and Christian. And yeah, thank you to everybody who was involved in this great conference. It's happening, it's a reality. I think we made it. It's everything that we had in our mind. It was so hard related to time zone Three time zone. It was hard, five languages, but yeah, it was it was as expected. We are so happy. Thank you for everybody in the chat, everybody who gave us some support financial. Yeah, and yeah, if you have some thoughts, everybody here,
Maybe we'll let
let's
each team member like introduce themselves and say some messages.
who want to start? We are in a meeting, weekly meeting. Let's go. Go ahead,
Well,
Christian. Okay, Naomi.
so yeah, I mean, we actually, thanks to Carol and Ollie who helped out with with sponsorship efforts, and being a member of the organizing team, I have to tell you, sometimes it seemed almost impossible that this would happen, and yet here it is. It's happened, and I think it really is. We owe a tribute to both Denny and Marietta for having a vision and getting us there, even when it seemed like we would never get there. So, many, many thanks. I'm very impressed with how this has gone.
Yeah,
Can I speak in Spanish to be
go
inclusive?
ahead, Elka. Yeah, Spanish.
People can translate when you see that. No, just thanks to everybody. I enjoy sharing with all of you. I met some you more, like Danny, Christian, Maria Jose, and Jordi. I love Jordi for your great work here and in Python US. But I enjoy to work with all of you. Thank you. And thank you to all people who was today working as a volunteer, uh, host or moderating.
I'm going to piggyback a little bit on what Naomi said about us trying to have this conference multiple bajillion times. I honestly think the only way to do this is actually digital. Because I know with in person, like I was so annoyed we couldn't get a conference together. And so when we started the Global PyLadies Council, I was like, we're doing this excuse my language, come hell or high water. Spent many hours on it. So I love having this format, and maybe silver lining of COVID, not that there is many or should be, is that there's a lot of great tooling for digital spaces like this to exist. And I have a PyLadies member from who lives in Mexico but speaks Tamil and speaks I don't know the language in Nepalese. I don't know. And she's like, "Oh my gosh, I can help with all this stuff." And I'm like, "Okay, cool." So if we want to, go more bonkers, we can have another language.
Um, should I go ahead?
Yeah.
Right. Um, Today during the break, I was just having my meal with my kids, and I was just telling them how amazing Pie Ladies were. And I said the worst thing, hardest for me to explain is when all the Pie Ladies chapter organizer comes together. And every time during the lunch in PyCon US, when all the ladies joined together, I couldn't speak. I just go in happy, come out with my face all swelled up because it is hard. It is so, so hard. And just by talking to them, I started tearing up. And it was the same thing when I was gathering, like doing all the pictures and posters to prove how many chapters PyLadies are around the world. over 250. I was just telling Carol on social media that I don't have enough space on a page to paste all the logos. That's how many PyLadies chapters there are. And please, people out there, if you're hearing this, there are a lot of developers, there are a lot of female developers, there are a lot of great speakers out there. We just need to give them the platform to feel comfortable and to have their voices. And this is why I agree to say yes for that. And this is why I don't mind if we spend more days not sleeping for 24 hours and just come here to be together. And thank you.
Christian, do you want to go next?
Well, yeah, nothing to say. I'm just here to help. Really happy it happened. It was really special for me. I will maybe tell the story again that when I told Danny about this conference, it's because I had a dream. I think that we had been organizing too many events, and I was Danny. We were in some weird country, and we in some weird country figuring out the venue for PyLadies Con, and he was like, "Oh my god!" And then she showed me the document, and then I was like, "Damn, something weird just happened." and then it was she told me all the ideas, a discussion that she had with Marietta. And then with the little by little, then we said like, yeah, let's run pajamas next to PyLadies Con. What go wrong? But at some point, with Chuck, Martin, and the other organizers, we decided like, this is too much on this few bunch of people, so let's join forces. So I'm really grateful that at least Pajamas decided to join the organization of PyLadies Con and help us quite a lot with all the process there. So I'm just happy, but I'm sad that this is the last PyLadies Con of this year. So,
By the way, Christian, during one of our meetings, one of our meals, he came up with another crazy idea. He said, let's do Pie Train. Oh my
Pie
God.
Train.
I was like,
Trademark.
Christian, this is not done yet. Please, no.
We had an interesting discussion about the Pie Train, but you need to stay tuned. But Pie Train might come to your country, so yeah.
No. Yeah, and I want to say something. Yeah, I forgot. Chuck, it was bringing this conference, more diverse, more inclusive, because of when we were doing the like I said, call for speakers, call for talks. Chuck, which was helping with two great workshops, just helping people who wanted to apply to this conference, doing some speaker support through those workshops. And because of that, we have, and at the conference, we have 4 people that were attending the workshop. They delivered today the talk that Chuck was helping through the workshop. So happy for that. Thank you, Chuck. She's not here, but we will send in the vibes to her. Who wants?
Can I go next?
Oh, Jessica, go ahead.
Yes. Good evening, everyone. Anyone who is an attendee or the awesome organizers that we have here. I'm Jessica, and I'm from Python, Namibia. I joined the organizing team from the Global Council. I wanted to see if there's any way I could help, but I knew also that I was not going to be a lot of help because I was also co-organizing DjangoCon Africa, which was our first big conference, Django conference in Africa. And we had a lot of headaches during that conference. So I sympathize with you guys. I know how much work went into this conference. I watched all the chat I watched all the meetings, so I'm very, very proud. I've seen a big team of very warm people that have organized this conference. So big ups to you guys, big ups to the people who started PyLadies, because I don't know if you guys ever imagined that we would come at this stage. This is a very big step. I'm super proud. I'm sure all the ladies all over the world are also proud that we are here at this stage and even growing even further. So we are celebrating as PyLadies who benefited from all the group work that has brought us together to learn skills, to build a community. As women, we are super proud of the work that you guys have done to bring this conference to us. Keep doing the amazing work. Now it's also encouraging to me personally to continue the work at home, to get more ladies into tech, to organize more local events. So this is quite awesome to bring everyone together. So I'm very proud of all the hard work that you did. So that's all from my side.
Thank you. So happy.
Yeah, I also just want to say a few words. For a first attempt, this went really well, much better than expected, with a mix of languages. So it sounded like a crazy idea, but in the end, it all worked out. The tools chosen were good. So I was really happy with this and hope that it's gonna be again, like next winter.
Next what? Yeah.
Jose, you're the
Maria
last
Jose, would
one
you like
that
to
need to
comment?
share something. Yeah.
Well, after all these messages, I don't have so many things to say. Also, I mean, this emotional moment. After all your messages and things and reviews, I'm super, super grateful to have been part of the team. Because this room is full, and also other people that is not here, is full of people who is just investing free time, just giving the best ideas, time, motivation to make this kind of events possible. And it's just an amazing experience. I motivate all of you to try to be volunteer for this kind of events or other kind of events, and yeah, because it's super very nice to be in the same room, just discussing, organizing, trying to solve problems sometimes. Well, challenges, let's call it challenges. But it was a super great experience. I'm super happy. Thank you to all of you.
Well, thank you everybody. Before we leave, we're still gonna be here for a bit. We have a little video to share with you all, and I hope, and we will still be around for a little bit just to, I don't know, chat or whatnot. But I'm here. Don't leave yet. Watch this video.
What's your favourite thing about working with Crack and Tech?
Learning everything for the first time. And I think that's really exciting, that having that opportunity to really define how we're going to approach client delivery, how we're going to approach tech delivery across different massive, gigantic clients who all obviously think what they want is the most important, which it is. That kind of thinking on your feet, trial and error, just giving it a go, feeling very lost, like what are we doing sometimes, is my favourite thing.
That's what I love about Crack and Tech. Everything is just super fresh, super exciting, and I'm really challenged to keep learning about the new industry. It's really putting me out of my comfort zone, and that's something I really enjoy.
So I think in general, just the people, the mission, the drive is just really exceptional. My second thing, I think, is the pace. And everyone kind of puts in a ton of effort and a lot of work, sweat, and tears. But the pace is really fast. And I like fast because I'm impatient and I like having results. So I think like the amount that we innovate on the platform and like somebody has an idea, like you just had this idea, Friday, and then here we are. And I love that people just do it.
So it's both the friends I've made some really good friends, but also the fact that we just seem to hire really good but different people. So everyone has different strengths, but it all kind of works out. It complements each other. We all complement each other really well. So I think it's a really interesting work environment where people bring out different things, and that makes us more well-rounded as a team and makes our code better and things like that.
I love the people, and I love the autonomy and how much they trust us to basically, like if I see that there's a problem somewhere and I know that that's going to help the business if we solve it, then there's no question about whether I'm doing it. I'm just going to go ahead and do it.
I think it's definitely the people. I have to say it's the first company I've worked for where there's a true sense that there is really no fear of failure here. And the reason for that is we work in a super trusted environment and everyone is very sort of helpful and kind and forgiving, let's say, and open to experimentation. So I do feel it's a truly sort of nurturing environment to work in, which I think is very refreshing. So it's just quite well.
All right, we're back, and thank you for watching that. I really, again, thank you for our sponsors, and it is true because of our sponsorship that we are able to put this conference together. As you can imagine, all these tools cost money, like the translation. I'm so grateful for Viva Translate for providing that, and because of the sponsorship, you all can attend this conference without worrying about having to pay or whatnot. And we're really thankful for people who actually help and donated for the registration. So thank you again. Thank you for joining PyLadies Con. I don't know if anybody else want to say anything more.
Just to tell people, keep in touch with social media. We will be sharing a lot of insights through the next weeks. And okay, go ahead, Lorena.
I just want to encourage everyone. This has been like a labor of love, as Naomi, as everyone here has talked about. This is very, very important. And I think if we continue to have this structured approach, we're going to have so many kinds of cool people. And I want to continue to emphasize, while the name is PyLadies, I do believe it's a space for anyone who feels that they identify not as the main gender they were assigned. I think it's a space that's also for that, but maybe we can create another space for that as well, because I think that's very important. and Marietta and Denny. Like, Marietta's the chair for next year for PyCon. So again, she didn't sleep. I think Marietta, Denny, Georgie, and I'm going to add Christian on this list. I don't think they sleep. So I just want to give an awesome actual clap to them, because this would not have happened without you. Love you all, and please continue to participate. And I'm curious if we will do a survey after the fact to see if we like a digital space or if we like a physical space, because that's a lot. Also, Carol, we miss you. I'm done.
I guess that's it. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.